So we got some Commanders winners and losers for training camp so far. And is Brandon Aiyuk to DC a dead mission? Found today's video, man. And shout out to one guy talking sports. Please subscribe to his channel. I appreciate him shouting me out in his last video he just uploaded. I very appreciate that, Brody. Mad love, man. And may God continue to bless you, my brother. Let's get right to today's video. Roll the intro. Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network. Your boy Tonka, a tech. I am back with another upload. If I get to a glory to God, if I got to right now, God's open doors and pay with for all people in the Lord's name. Prevent the day video. Here are the Washington Commanders. If I get too far into today's video, please hit that subscribe button. We are 45 subscribers from 3K. I've been working my ASS off, trying to get this 3,000. So hit that damn subscribe button. I will appreciate that so much. Hit that damn subscribe button. Smash it to oblivion. Obliterate it. I don't know what. Just smash the subscribe button. I would appreciate that a ton. Thank you, PSN family. Welcome to the PSN family. You ain't done so. You know what I'm saying? But now, no back. Let's get right to the verse of the day, and we're going to get right into today's content. So, quick verse of the day. I think it's from Colossians, I think. Don't quote me. I think it's from Colossians. Yeah, Colossians 3:23-24. It said, whatever you do, work out with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not human masters. Since you know that you will receive inheritance from the Lord as a reward, it's the Lord Christ you are serving. No matter what, do everything you can with all your heart, man. You want to pursue something, pursue all your heart, first and foremost. Secondly, always keep the Lord in mind while you're pursuing something. Make sure the Lord wants you to do that. And then also, you know what I'm saying? No matter who you serving, who you working for, at the end of the day, you're working for the Lord. So you will receive some type of blessing from the Lord, whether spiritual, financial, whatever. But the Lord will bless you with something because you are putting the work and you're doing the Lord's work. Amen. Amen. Let's get right to today's content. So we're going to talk about some winners and losers for training camp because we're 9 days in. We had no practice today. We got practice tomorrow. I think Wednesday. When they go to New York, to go practice with the ops. I'm just playing. But with the New York Jets, and they get to face Hassan Rex still. He still hold out, right? We still get to face guys like I think Carl also on their roster. I don't know who they passed, right? Jermaine Johnson. You got guys like Sauce Gardner. Sauce, drip, sauce. Drip, sauce, drip, sauce, sauce, sauce. Yeah. They got a hell of a defense. Jordan Whitehead. They have a hell of a defense over there in New York. Their defense is hellacious. It's pretty good. Quentin Williams in the interior, he's an absolute disruptor. He's an obliterator of guards and centers. It's going to be a fun one to see how Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, and these guys handle a defense that is led by Sauce Gardner, Quentin Williams, and Jermaine Johnson, and guys like that, Jordan Whitehead. Guys like that on this defense that are very, very, very good football players, and they're a very good unit cohesively. And when they did lose Bryce Huff in the offseason, nonetheless, they did trade for Hassan Reddick, and currently he is holding out. So we'll see what's up with Hassan when that time comes. But as of right now, very interesting team with the Jets. But let's get to some winners and losers before we get to that joint practice. I'll give you a joint practice preview tomorrow, so you'll get that tomorrow from me. But let's get right into the ish. Winners. These are huge winners in training camp. Number one for me, and honest to God, truth, this is my number one. Tyler Owens, the undrafted free agent from Texas Tech. Now, he's been making heck of plays in practice. He's been balling. He's been disrupting crap. He's been jumping routes. He's been spanking. Got 2 picks already. He looks like a tank. He looks like the most raw athletic player we've ever seen in the history of football. He looks like a perfect 10 with raw athletic score. Dude is 6'2", 215, 220. He big as hell. He looks like Broly with dreads. It's ridiculous. Dude is freaking ridiculous. This man is the legendary Super Saiyan with dreads. He jumping routes. He's picking people off. He's all around the football all the time. Hey, man. Next year, this guy could be something. I think he's unplayable right now. But next year, He got some more development, fix his footwork a little bit, fix his technical play a little bit more. And not just this raw athleticism, his technical play with raw athletic skills. He gonna be nasty. Nasty. And I think he has a track to make this roster a special teamer. We'll see. I wouldn't want to release him. Someone with that athletic type of profile, he might get scooped up by somebody. And I don't want to lose a guy like that, especially we got guys on 1 year deals like Jeremy Chin and also Jeremy Reeves. I want a guy like this on the back burner. I can develop. It's in case if we don't resign one of these guys, we can have Tyler Owens as a safety blanket, basically. Next, number 2, Jahan Dotson. Shout out to Han, man. Han. Let's go, Han Solo. Shout out to Jahan Dotson, man. He been making plays in practice. He been sending people's angles to the shadow realm. He's been doing his thug thizzle. Shout out to my man, Jahan Dotson. He's been doing some good things. Good things. He caught a nice cross the other day from Jaden Daniels in red zone drift, and he been getting the end zone. And he's been doing some really good things. I got 4 winners, but the 4th winner is kind of like a connection and not actually an individual player. But yeah, number 3 for me, I want to say just Quan Martin by himself, but I think the whole safety room outside of one safety, which I'll talk about later, has been doing some good things for real. Tyler Owens been doing good things. Quan Martin catching an interception like these, all his foolishness. He had one of the best practices of any player the other day, according to Jalen Morgan from Bleeding B&G. Shout out to Bleeding Burgundy and Gold. Please subscribe to Jalen Morgan's YouTube channel. Very good content. Very descriptive content as well. Shout out, bro. But nonetheless, he's doing. All to say, he's doing pretty good things. Basically, Quan Martin's doing good things. Jeremy Chin is like a freaking nature. Tyler Owens is like Broly with dreads, and Jeremy Reeves is Jeremy Reeves. All for Revo. We know what he does. Great special teamer. So I'll say the whole safety room outside of one guy, which I'll talk about in a second. Number 4 is the Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin connection. It's starting to heat up. It's starting to get some chemistry. He's starting to find a ways to get Terry the football, and that's a good thing because we need Terry McLaurin to be Terry McLaurin. We cannot have the Terry McLaurin of last year when he's getting shut out of games and crap, and he don't like a wide receiver 1. We can't have that. We need the old Terry. We need the old Terry. I know he had a 140-yard receiving game against the Rams last year. That was all in garbage time. That was all bullet. That was all empty calories. I don't care about that. I care when the game is close, it's tight-knit, and Terry's making plays, which we saw some of that last year. I'm not trying to say Terry no bum or nothing. Terry's a really good wide receiver. And I know his potential is. Potential a top 10 wide receiver in this game. But he has to show it. And I think he will. He has a quarterback now that will get him the football, I believe. So I expect a 1,250, 1,300-yard season from Terry McLaurin. I expect that. Even 1,350, maybe. Possibly 1,400. But I expect anything between 1,250 and 14 from Terry. I expect him to ball out of control, multiple 100-yard games, 7 to 8 touchdowns, at least matching his career high from his rookie season, having 7. And I think he's going to do some good things this year. I'm excited for Terry. I'm excited for this offense. And I'm definitely excited for the connection between Jaden and Terry. That's when the biggest connection on this team is when the most important connection. The most important thing on this offense is the chemistry between Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. If they do not have chemistry, this offense will not work because your wide receiver 1 will basically be shut out, which means now we can just rotate our coverages. We can get a little – we don't have to double Terry. We can just play one-on-one, and he's not getting the ball. Who cares? So that's huge. That's huge. I'll say my 5th and final winner, Brian Robinson Jr. been doing his stuff this. Brian Robinson Jr. looks really good. I've been very impressed with Brian Robinson so far. He's been very good. I like what I saw, especially when I saw him in person. He looks explosive. So does Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler got a little wiggle to him now. Austin Eckler still got that wiggle to him. He still got the burst. He's not as twitchy as about 3 years ago, but he's still quite twitchy. The whole running back room looks pretty good. Michael Wiley's an interesting name I like. Chris Rodriguez looks like he lost about 10, 15 pounds. And he got a little bit more pep in his step. I like what I saw for the running back room. The running back room looks pretty explosive. Let's get to losers. And I think all 5 of these losers, except for one, is in danger of missing the roster. That's all the one that's not going to miss the roster. Well, 2 of them not going to miss the roster because 2 of them are draft picks that are from this regime, from this year's draft. Number 1 to me is Ben Sinnott. Been struggling a little bit, been dropping passes, been a little off. I think he'll be fine, but I have to put one on the losers list. He has been dropping the ball. I need him to get that together, but I think he will be fine over time. Sometimes guys are late bloomers, and maybe Ben Sinnott's probably one of those guys. I think he'll be fine. I'm not too concerned. I want to see how he looks in the preseason. Number 2, Luke McCaffrey. I heard a peep from that boy. I saw it in person. I had one peep from one Luke McCaffrey. Not good. Not good, but not bad either. He's making the routine plays, but he's playing mostly with 2s and 3s, not getting the run with the 1s. Mostly has been De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown's another winner. Shout out to De'Ami. I've talked crap about him all offseason. He's not going to make this roster. De'Ami Brown is ass. I've been talking all kinds of crap about him, but disrespectful. De'Ami Brown, here's my double O to you temporarily, sir. Good job. I'm proud of you. I hope you go out there and actually make some damn plays in the game, okay? That would be great, sir. I would love to see that. Practice ain't good enough for me, De'Ami. I've seen the practices. I've seen you pass over Kendall Fuller. I've seen you do a whole bunch of foolishness, spanking people, sending people echoes to the shadow realm, sending people shadow pass to the shadow realm. I've seen you do all these things in practice. In the game, you hush. Don't tell nobody about De'Ami Brown because you are non-existent. Good man. But, hey, doing this good things in practice. I think Bobby Ingram is getting you together, shaping to the receiver that we think you could be. Come out of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Hope you could be that guy. But back to the losers at hand. Sorry about that. Let's get back to the losers. Luke McCaffrey. Non-existent with the 1s. No reps with the 1s. None. Barely any with the 2s. He's been running a lot of breeze. Not looking too hot, Luke. But he's also a convert. He's only been playing receiver for 2 years. So I'm not going to absolutely obliterate him on that one. But, bro, it ain't looking too hot. You got to get your act together, Luke. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get it together. 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 Luke McCaffrey's a work in progress. Number 3. Now, I saw Louis T's video. First and foremost, he has this guy making the roster and being the third safety in the rotation. I, on the other hand, do not as of right now, only because he's running with Breeze. And that is safety Derek Forrest. Now, he's been hurt. He had a hamstring injury. So that puts him on the lose list because he has been injured. Number 1. Number 2, I didn't like what I saw from him against the Breeze, and I saw him in person. Number 3, he's running with the Breeze. That's not good, bro. That's not good news. If you want to secure a roster spot, you probably run with the 1s or 2s. And they're rotating Percy Butler with the 1s. And he's playing with 2s, but mostly playing with Breeze, bro. And that's not a good look, fam. It's not a good look, bro. He didn't get more reps with second stringers, so his roster spot probably is safe when I think about it. But if he struggles this preseason and Tyler Owens looks good, maybe that's a swapperoo. If Percy Butler looks good, or Derek Forrest struggles, that could be a swapperoo too. I think his roster spot is safe for now. But he better look over his daggone shoulder. Because, boy, if he don't get his act together, things can go real left for him real quick. But I will also say, if Derek Forrest does not make this team, though, he will find work. He had 4 interceptions in 2022. He showed some good flashes in that season. I think people might look at that and say, oh, I can work with that. He got the athletic. He had the athletic ability. He has the ball tracking ability, things of that nature. He takes really bad angles at tackling, and he's always done that. I think he's going to probably continue to do that. But none of my business. Number 3 is Derek Forrest. Number 4 for me, honestly speaking, and only because I haven't heard nothing. I haven't heard a peep. Jamin Davis. I know he's trying to use him as a situational pass rusher and all that. They're just trying to find a use for him. They don't want him here, to be honest. I don't think they like Jamin like that, bro. I just don't. And he's not showing anything, especially as a situated pass rusher. Now, maybe as a linebacker, he might show a little bit more, but as a situated pass rusher, he's been just like getting shut out, been shut out. No, he been shut down. They said, no, not around here. No, you don't. And he been running with threes and been looking okay, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Jamin Davis is a weird one to me. It's an intriguing one and not in a good way. I think he makes his team, but he will not be on the roster next year. They won't re-sign him, I don't think. I think it's his last year in Washington. Number 4 for me, and this one's only because I haven't heard nothing about him. Javonte John Baptiste. I've not heard a word about him. Nothing positive, nothing negative, but that's something gonna make this team. And number 5 for me and final loser. This one's gonna be interesting. I would say the back end of the tight end room. They're losers because only one of them can make the team, and I think that one is Cole Turner as of right now. Armani Rogers can show something in preseason to shut everybody up, but I think Armani isn't as a physical blocker as Cole Turner. Is not saying Cole Turner is a great blocker or anything, but he's better than Armani. Armani got like 15 pounds less of muscle than Cole Turner does. So it's kind of tough. I really think Cole Turner made this roster, but I wish there's a way for both of them to make this team. But I just don't see it. So that's why I got them as losers. But let's talk about the Brandon Aiyuk thing. It's a longer video. So shout out to one guy talking sports. He had a video about this earlier. And Kevin Sheehan basically said they want a veteran player in return, probably like a Terry McLaurin or Jahan Dotson in return for Brandon Aiyuk. That makes sense from San Francisco's perspective. But you're trading him because you can't pay him. So why? Now I think acquiring Jahan Dotson makes sense. Wanting Terry McLaurin on a last of his deal, well, he has one more year up on his deal at $23.5, but no guarantee money though, so you can release him if you want or trade him or whatever. But wouldn't you rather have an extra first round pick? I think that's weird, but they're trying to win a ring, so it kind of makes sense they want a player too. But I'm just thinking like this: would you trade Jahan Dotson or Terry McLaurin for Brandon Aiyuk? I probably wouldn't. Now I would do this. I would trade 2026 first rounder, a second this year, in De'Ami Brown for Brandon Aiyuk and a 2025 fourth rounder. Take it or leave it. If you don't want it, I don't give a rat's ass. I don't give a. That's my one and only offer. Take it or leave it. I'm not getting my first round pick this year. No. You get it in 2 years. I'm not giving this coming first round pick. Hell no. It could be a top 10 pick. I'd rather give a first round pick, but I think I know it's not going to be a top 10 pick. We're going to compete for something. It'll be in the 20s, and you can have that. I'm not giving. No. And they got to pay him. If it ain't got to pay him, I'm really trying to give a first round pick at all. But, hear me out here. I think this is a evaluation year for the Commanders. I do believe that. And I think the best way to evaluate Jayden Daniels' talent is by getting as much around him as possible, right? But also another thing is you brought in De'Ami Brown in this deal, and De'Ami's on his last year of his deal. He's not coming back next year. Probably not. More than likely. So, in Jahan Dotson, you probably pick up his fifth-year option if you do this for Aiyuk, because now you have a three-headed monster of Aiyuk, Dotson, and McLaurin. Now you're talking. This might help you win this year, but help you win beyond this year, too. People are just thinking short-minded. Brandon Aiyuk is 26 years old. Jahan Dotson is 24, and Terry McLaurin's about to be 30. So Terry's about to be up there in age, but his other two guys could be the leading dogs while Terry can kind of take a back seat. You still pay Terry McLaurin, I do think, but you might give him a 3-year deal, so a 4 or 5-year deal, because now, yeah, I just don't see it. It's just gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to make a deal, and I think also with them wanting a player like that in return, it's gonna be kind of hard to make a deal. And then the Steelers probably really wants Brandon Aiyuk, and I think he said he wants to be in the Steelers uniform as well as a Washington Commander uniform. So I think the Steelers are going to acquire him, and we won't have a chance to get Brandon. And that's fine at the end of the day. I think Brandon DC is dead as of right now, but we'll see. We will see. We will see what happens. And I think them trades to the Steelers is a better idea. Why would I want to see this man in my conference? First and foremost, Pittsburgh probably gives up a first round pick. Second of all, which I think the Commanders aren't really willing to do. Number three, they might want a veteran player. I think they have. Well, they had Deontay Johnson. They traded him away. So they might not have a veteran receiver they're looking for, but they might have a veteran player on defense they might like. That's not TJ Watt or someone prominent like him, or Minka Fitzpatrick or something like that. So they might have a guy like that that's not at that level of play, but a veteran player that can help the 49ers immediately while giving up, give up the first round pick as well. Then the Steelers are desperate. They once won a team with George Pickens, and I think the best way to do that is get Aiyuk. So they want to see what they can do to help Russell Wilson or help Justin Fields, whoever will be their starting quarterback at the 2024 NFL season. So getting a guy like that that's here with Roman Wilson and George Pickens will make your wide receiver room very formidable. So that's going to do it for today's video. But my one question about the Steelers is that, one question for the Niners is that if you want a Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson from us, why in the hell would you not want George Pickens on a rookie contract? Or you probably can't even get a guy like that, because the Steelers would say hell no, right? Probably. But that's my quick synopsis on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, comment your thoughts. Have a great one. And catch me and Louis T on this channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about Commanders training camp, winners and losers that I've stated, and what he thinks as well. We'll talk about the joint practices and a little quick look into the preseason. We'll be on for like 45 minutes to an hour. So check us out, and check out next one, man. Peace.